Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another Aurora 4X Let's Play. In the last episode, we spent basically the entire episode designing a bunch of missile systems and some planetary defense centers. And the reason that we really need to get these planetary defense centers up is not because we're being threatened by aliens, no. We're being threatened by some unruly people on the moon and Mars. Their political stability in both of them are basically zero, and it's because they need a certain protection level. They feel unsafe. Earth also requires quite a bit of protection level, but isn't complaining about it. I don't know why exactly, maybe because it's the capital, but, you know, I'm sure someone has told me in the comments already, but I'm pre-recording some of these episodes. So, we have designed this PDC. Now, what's interesting about this PDC, this building, any ship or planetary defense thing that has weapons has this PPV, the planetary protection value. And the Kirkdict over here has a PPV of 40, mostly as a result of its guns. Now, it is quite large, and it's going to be pretty expensive to build, mostly because I decided to throw in some troop capacity so that we can have some troops sitting inside of this structure and be protected by the heavy army plating. Almost certainly I'm over-designing this. We may need to build multiple things to provide more PPV in the future, and most likely things that we were going to build in the future are going to be designed to be smaller and just try to max that number as much as possible. But for now, we're going to be okay. So, over on Earth over here, got automated mines, research labs all queued up. What I'm going to do is, I guess I'll leave them in the queue, that's fine, but we're going to go down here to build PDC. Prefab is interesting. It lets you build it in bits and pieces. Like, it lets you build it, and this thing I think could be transported in like 11 parts or something like that. And then you can use cargo ships to literally move this to another spot. But we are just going to go and build it in place as is. The one got you, so with the building it as a prefab, mostly using the production here to construct it, but when you send it somewhere, you'll still need some production at the final location to assemble the PDC. There's assemble PDC over here. Now you can provide that, like if you're trying to build it somewhere that has a lot of unrest, like on the moon right now, with this unrest rating, this is a multiplier against our production. So basically we'd be producing nothing, and actually on Mars it's even worse. We basically, no matter how many factories we throw on Mars, we'd be producing zero construction because of this massive multiplier. But what you can do instead is you can train, we don't have it here, you can train construction brigades. I don't remember, did I start the research? I might have started the research between episodes, no. But if we go to logistics/ground combat, there is a construction brigade right here. If you research this, then, and you train that squad up, you can transport them to a planet, and they are effectively worth one factory, and they're immune to the stability modifier here. And in fact, by having any brigades on a planet, you actually combat the unrest because, you know, you're acting as a police force. Actually, there's a stat for that. Right here. Police force. For all these, it says it doesn't actually... No, that's occupation, doesn't require any, but police strength over here will give a boost to combat unrest. Like if we look at Earth, we've got a modifier here, and that's as a result of just having all these low-tech troops over here, which honestly I could probably just disband. Anywho, Earth. Build PDC, build a Kirkdict, 100% production, create, adds it to the queue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the research lab and the automated mine, so that puts them in the queue, and then I'm going to put the PDC up. You can't just put something above something that's functioning. You've got to first take something that's being actively constructed, pull it down so it falls into the queue, and then you can resort the queue. So we're going to build the PDC first, and if I hit 5 days here, we'll get an estimated completion time of October. Oh, it's only going to take us a month and a half from our current date. Wonderful. Civilian mining colony on Faye has been expanded to 4 civilian mines. I just saw that down here. What I'm going to do is take a moment here and check these places with civilian mines. Am I buying everything from where I want it to be? So I'm buying it already on Palma and Cromlin. No, I'm not buying it on Cromlin. Do I want to? No, they have nothing. It's kind of useless. Whipple. I'm not buying it on Whipple. They're sort of borderline, but we're not hurting for neutronium or thorium right now, so that's fine. On Comus, I'm not buying it, and yeah, it's kind of crap. And Faye is kind of crap, and that's it. Then we get into the places where we have our own auto mines, which is great. I definitely need to get Mercury set up at some point. Mercury's got lots of uranium, but low accessibility. Mostly, I'm going to want to send more automated mines, I think, to Venus. Uranium accessibility isn't great, but it's not bad. It's mostly just a thorium site. Actually, I've got these others that I set colonies up, but we haven't actually started mining them. I think we're mostly waiting for Van Briesbroek and Neumann to come close again. Where are they right now? Let me zoom out a bit. I wish this were alphabetical. Also, I wish I wasn't quite so blind. Come on. Okay, this is really, really frustrating. Like, here's what I hate. I can't click on a colony here and have it zoom in, as far as I know. Minerals. Well, these are clearly... There's Van Briesbroek. Okay. Oh, which is just on its way in. Ooh. Ooh, it's almost near Jupiter, which is great. And the other one that starts with an N, right here. There, they're right at the bottom. Just kept missing them. They're both on their way in. Van Briesbroek's got to be the priority. It's got less overall uranium, but higher accessibility, so we'll get it faster. Okay, what do we have on Earth right now? Hello. Did it just... Oh, I didn't crash it. I hit the solar system, which opened up the system map, which is always slow to open. Okay, I'm just really confused. All right, Earth, we have 19 automated mines. We don't have an extra mass driver. You know, we've got time. The comets are still out past Jupiter, right? Let's get a pair of mass drivers, one for each hunk of rock. And yeah, we're going to make sure they get built first. So we're going to go the Kirkdick, then mass drivers, then the automated mines and research labs, and then a whole bunch more automated mines, I think. So we'll play that one by ear once we get there. But yeah, we need to keep our mining up and running. Okay, that's pretty good. So I think we just skip ahead now, and we mostly wait until that PDC gets done. And see, the unrest on Luna and Mars should go away completely as soon as we finish that PDC. Assuming that the PDC on Earth covers them, and I'm pretty sure it does. I think it's a system-wide setting. Why did it pause? It doesn't look like it should here. Oh, a conditional order. Oh, that's interesting. The conditional order doesn't show up down here, but the conditional order does trigger something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a yellow background on those. We're gonna colorize more stuff. Maybe the green when something good is happening, when something starts or finishes being produced or researched. That'll be nice. Actually, all these research completes over here, for example. That's from our last time. There we go, research completes in green. That'll make that list a lot better. And I'll just shove it over to the side so I can keep an eyeball on that. Slightly less likely that I might miss something. And what, late October we'll finish the PDC, right? The maple syrup. The maple syrup is probably going to run out of fuel before it gets home. It's right here. Skip 30 days. Because once it's below 20%, I think it automatically stops. Oh, I think the maple syrup may have done it. Oh, the PDC just finished. Excellent. Okay. So now if we look at Earth, we're supplying 40 protection on Earth and the Moon and Mars. So we have enough PPV to cover all those. We are going to need more. These things are going to start growing pretty quickly here because we'd have lots of civilian colonial ships. I think, though, okay, ground units. I'm going to take this low-tech armor and I'm going to tell them to get stuffed inside the Kirkdick. That's right. Okay, the low-tech armor and infantry divisions are size 50. Later on, the proper TNE garrison-type units that we can build, if we look at logistics/ground combats, and we look at something like garrison battalion, I think would be an example, or the mobile infantry battalion, for example, over here. These will be size 5. They're going to be more powerful, but they're going to be a tenth the size because of their proper high-techness, which is great. The construction brigades are size 25, which is why when you build a transport ship, always make sure that you've got room you've got 5 transport modules whenever you build a transport ship. Each transport module is a size of 5, which is enough for a normal battalion, but you're going to want 5 of them to be able to hold a construction brigade. Plus, if you have 4 battalions make a division. So it all works out pretty nicely over there. Anywho, so our unrest should drop on both these systems now because they shouldn't have anything to complain about. Let's hope that that works out. But what I was going to say is let's design another PDC. Or, you know, no, not rename. I'm going to copy you and then rename you. Light. So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to pull out the barracks, which is, look, its weight currently is 21,000 tons. drops to 8,000 tons. Much, much, much more relaxed. We could... I think I'm also going to strip out the point defense, which lets us get rid of this fire control and this sensor as well. Sensor, fire control, yeah. So this is a PPV, or sorry, a PDC that's only designed to shoot down enemy ships. The PPV is almost the same. It doesn't have point defense. It would be nice later on. We need to get some CIWS, which is a Gauss weapon-driven point defense system that's going to be very compatible with our sort of non-beam-oriented technology. But that'll come later. For now, this is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and... I guess I'm not going to build it yet on Earth, but we're going to keep it in mind because as these grow, they're going to ask for more and more protection, and that'll be fine. So get the 2 mass drivers up and running over here. I'm going to be very happy with that. There you go. Unrest is decreased. No longer any cause for unrest. You're goddamn right. And soon we're going to do terraforming. We need to make sure... We need to get rid of all the unrest on the planets before we start terraforming. Unless we were to use ship-based modules. So, again, that political stability basically is a multiplier for all production, including terraforming stuff. So, because terraforming buildings that are on the ground are staffed by citizens of that planet. So, the citizens are unhappy, they're not going to work very well. So, we need to bring this all the way up to 100% to make them happy. It would be nice... we could improve that pretty dramatically if we actually transferred some troops over here, but I think we'll just have to be patient. This will recover over time. It would recover a lot faster if we had troops on the ground, but moving the troops would be a huge pain in the butt right now with our low-tech stuff. What was I going to say? The alternative is you can build ships with terraforming modules that sit in orbit above a planet, and then it doesn't matter if there's even any people on the planet at all in the first place. But the downside to that is I think the ship would be quite a bit more expensive. Oh, we got an idle research lab. Getting that construction rate, I'm going to be happy about that. And then researching the terraforming rate slowly but surely. And the new grav sensors. I'm going to go ahead and add an extra research lab to George Jackson over here because we are going to want better sensors so that we can build a new generation of missiles a little bit later. Oh, better construction rate. Nice. We're also going to want better mining rate. So that's construction. Tell you what, construction and production. Let's say, give us the new mining rate. Using you, 15 labs. Excellent. And then I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click the more construction rate. We're going to queue that. Then after that, more research. Queue that. Let's grab the shipyard operation. That gives us a discount to retooling shipyards and expanding capacity and stuff, and some shipbuilding rate. Basically, we're going to get everything. And hey, let's expand the civilian economy too, so that we'll get more tax money. That'll be a pretty good start. Then we'll probably do another round of stuff that's exactly like this. Are we doing any power propulsion training? No? Really? Hang on. Let's shave this down. We need that. That's one of the most important things going on here. We need to get working on the next engine tech. Next one will be ion engines, and then magneto something or whatever, and we're going to want all of that. So create that job. Thank you. Okay, the new mass drivers are done. Automated mines are still coming online. Okay, I'm going to change things. I'm going to move the research lab to the queue. I'm going to tell the automated mines to work at 100%. And build me like 126. There. And then we'll build some more research labs after that because technology is great. We'll do something like this. But get the automated mines up and running, and then we're going to start shipping things out. So, Cargo Group 1, right over here. You are going to go to Earth. You are going to pick up one and only one mass driver, because I don't want to grab more than one. That wouldn't make any sense. And then, since I have 2 ships, also load 1 automated mine. And you're going to go to, what is it, Van Beesbroek, right? Which is on its way in somewhere. I think maybe right over here. It's still quite far. What was the other one we wanted? Neugen, which is a little closer. Okay, so then we're going to start with you then. Right over here. So, Cargo Group 1, you're going to pick up those 2 things on Earth, and then you're going to go out. We already have a colony set up, don't we? Right over here. You're going to unload all installations. Then you're going to go back to Earth and refuel. And then we're going to set you up with an infinite loop to pick up automated mines. There we go, cargo group 1. It's going to take it almost a month to get out here. But the trips are going to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Unrest continues to drop. It does drop pretty slowly. Oh, the Coats colony group is making a new colony ship. That makes me very happy. Civilian colony on Whipple keeps going up. All right. Which is something that the game decides it should stop to tell me about. No, I don't care that much. Okay, completed orders. Great. Now you're going to get your repeating loop, which is... cargo group 1. Go to Earth. Load maximum number of automated mines. Then go to here. No, not minerals. Remove. Unload automated... I hate that it deselects that. Unload automated mines. Great. Then refuel on Earth. And just repeat this until we run out of automated mines. Well, we are building automated mines at the same time, but it'll be a race to see who can do what first. Okay, Unrest. So it's dropping by 0.2% every 5 days. There you go. It'll get there. We don't need to worry about moving any troops. It would have been faster with troops, but we're okay. The Coats colony is launching more freighters. Oh, it scrapped some of its old ones. Probably because we've got more engine technology or something like that. They've decided to do that. Let's go 30 days at a time. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I don't know why the order keeps changing here. We need to tell it to fling those rocks towards Earth. Thank you kindly. Unrest on Mars due to overcrowding. Needs more infrastructure. Now, those should automatically get moved. Mars A should be producing some infrastructure. Although, so far it's been producing it more slowly because of the unrest, right? But infrastructure, annual production over here, it's trying to build its own, and everything here will get automatically moved by civilian troops, civilian units. So you can see infrastructure here is actually, like, I don't think I'm doing this. I think this is an automatic kind of thing, and it's auto-exporting. Because Earth doesn't actually have infrastructure. So I think that's the case. And then the moon, you're also building infrastructure. Yeah. So they're going to mostly look after themselves. I could help deal with it a little bit faster by building my own infrastructure, but I think they'll get there. In particular, I think as long as the unrest improves, which there's always going to be some unrest on Mars here until they get the infrastructure, but as long as the unrest is improving, their production goes up, then they'll produce more infrastructure, yada, yada, yada. I should have probably built a PDC a lot sooner. We'll see. Oh, research lab. I think I'm going to go and put it here. Yeah. Quite happy with that. Keep moving the automated mines over to there. We'd also like to do Van Beesbrook soon. The maple syrup has run out of fuel. So, the maple syrup, what kind of range is this design? Okay, it must be at the point where it's chasing down comets. That must be what it's doing, because it should be able to get out to the edge of the solar system and back, basically. It must be chasing comets, which might mean it's time to retire this. But I think what's going to happen is rather than just retire the ship, I think I will refit it and we'll design a new engine as soon as we get a bit more tech. Meanwhile, though, we've got a bit of an issue here. This guy is currently stranded outside of the orbit of Saturn, and he can't move. And not only that, let's say I try to advance 30 days. Watch the timer up here. So we're the 10th of November, and we're at 30 minutes past midnight, right? 10th of November, 30 minutes past midnight. I'm going to hit 30 days. We're going to advance 6 hours because of the subtick. And then we get warned again it's run out of fuel and it can't do its mission. So that will happen as long as the maple syrup has a... That's not it. Maple syrup. As long as the maple syrup has a... Words, I need words. Has a plotted move over here, it will stop us after a sub-pulse, which is what this is, which randomizes due to, a variety of things. So it's going to constantly stop us. So we need to not have an order, which means we also need to get rid of its default order and its conditional order. So now that it's done that, it will no longer stop us on a sub-tick. It will still stop the auto turns. So you can see here, if I hit 5 turns, it will just stop after 5 turns. Well, partially here it's also because of research tech, but that's okay. But it would still stop us after that. But at least now we're going 5 or 30 days at a time instead of a couple hours. Cargo task group number 1. We're going to cancel your moves. Remove all that. you're going to need to do an emergency refueling mission. You are going to go to the maple syrup. You're going to move to the maple syrup. Let me know when you get there. Let's do a 30-day, because that's actually going to take it a while to get there, because it's quite far away. There we go. Completed orders. So now, cargo task group number 1. If I click on a ship, okay, so I'm looking at the Valdir 1 right now. And I'm going to go to miscellaneous over here. Miscellaneous allows you to transfer fuel between nearby ships. They don't even have to be ships in your task group. So if I go here, I can see the maple syrup A in this list, and I can transfer fuel to it because it's got no fuel right now. So we can check the maple syrup A, just check its design. It's got a fuel capacity of 50,000 liters. So we can actually top it off completely. So maple syrup A, we're going to give it 50,000 liters of fuel. We're going to transfer it to there. Done. So now the maple syrup has fuel again. If we look at the task group, it's at 100%. Excellent. Now, our cargo task group here is now a little unbalanced, and it might seem a little bit weird. You can actually easily balance out the fuel in a task group by hitting Equalize Fuel down here. Click that. There we go. So they've just shared their fuel between themselves, which is really super convenient. So the maple syrup, we could actually, at this point, go ahead and tell it to go back into space and do some more stuff. But I think fuel is going to keep being a problem with it, so I'm actually just going to tell it to go to Earth for now, which is going to be fine. Meanwhile, Cargo Group 1, I'm going to retell you to go refuel Earth, load automated mines, unload automated mines, and repeat. And there we go. So we've done our rescue mission for the Maple Syrup A. It's currently parked around the planet, which is great. We're going to need... Okay, the construction rate is really, really, really nice. But I was going to say, I want to get the next level of engine. I want to redesign the Maple Syrup A with ion engines. It's going to take a while to get there. Would like more labs, but no, the automated mines are going to be key. I think we just keep going for now. We'll keep the Maple Syrup A parked. We've explored most of the bodies in our system. There can't be that much left. Unrest is dropping, changing, going up, going down. We need to build the terraforming things as well. God, we got so much to do. I really want to start terraforming the moon and Mars. By doing that, we'll improve their planet's suitability, lower the colony cost. We won't need infrastructure anymore. Actually, Mars might be the first one to do, since it's complaining about overcrowding. I don't know, we'll see. Mineral packets are being sent out. And presumably, so cargo group is... Where is this thing? Okay, it's there. And it's flinging mineral packets. Excellent. And cargo group 1, let's make sure that all the commands are set. Yes, you're doing that loop. Good. Colony group 1 isn't doing anything right now, but we're sort of a little overcrowded. We're going to keep this guy parked for a little bit longer. The Maple Syrup A is just parked. And our PDC fleet on Earth, I don't know, it's like a fleet. It doesn't, no. But it gets auto-created. This just is all the planetary defense centers on Earth, and if we created it on multiple planets, we'd be there. Actually, here's something to check. How's our population growth? Ooh, growing quite rapidly. Okay, we're still good on protection, but honestly, Luna's going to start to hit its 40 limit relatively soon. We're going to have to build another PDC over here. The Kirkdick Light. I'm going to add it to the queue. I think I'm actually going to move it above the research labs. It sort of hurts, but I think it's going to be a good idea. Actually, I'm tempted to bring down the automated mines, but no. I think I do want to keep throwing the automated mines into space. All right, let's go 30 days at a time. Advance it a little bit more. Oh, inactive research lab. Nice. Yeah, I think it's still worth having this maxed out so that we can build things faster, but all the rest of the research labs are going to go towards faster engines, except for the ones that are still there for training. That's okay. No unrest, no unrest. Mars has been getting deliveries of, no, now it's got overcrowding again, but it is slowly getting some deliveries, I believe, of infrastructure. I'm not sure. Most of the ship might just be hanging out here. Where is Mars? No, that's Earth, right? No, that's Mars, okay. And we have our, I didn't realize our colony task group was perked out by Mars. Let's bring it home, just to simplify the view. Earth. Refuel from colony. There we go. Oh, by the way, if ever this gets too crowded, you can hide You can hide civilian ship names if you don't like to see them there, because they can get a little bit spammy. Alright, 5 days at a time. Civilian colony on Whipple keeps increasing. We're not buying their stuff, but I guess it's more money. Colony task group finished, which is great and fine. Cargo task group still buzzing around. At some point, we will want to redesign these guys. It'd be nice to have them go a little faster, or just be bigger and carry more stuff at a time. Okay, that's a bunch of people being reassigned. No unrest. Major General, Brigadier General. Unrest decreasing. Overcrowding on Mars some more. Tempted to just build a big batch of infrastructure and put out a contract to move it, or use our cargo ships, which I guess would be fine, actually. I wonder if we can get civilians to move our terraforming, which would be nice, because we don't have that much cargo. I guess we could get them to move these automated mines as well. I keep forgetting about that. We don't have to do everything ourselves. Oh, Coates Colony Corporation created a new colony, 2 new colony ships. Nice. A small and a huge. Interesting. How big are they exactly? Will it tell me? The huge has a... Oh, that's the freighter and colony. So it's a 94,000 ton colony ship. Yeah, that's pretty big. How's our unrest in these places? The moon, getting much better. What's its infrastructure? Oh, okay. So its infrastructure is just barely keeping pace with the population, which is good. And then Mars keeps falling behind a wee bit. I think just it doesn't get as much love because of the distances involved, but that's all right. Research finished and moved. So it went from the construction rate into faster research rate, which is very good, obviously. We like that, but the faster construction rate is also nice. We can build those automated mines faster, then move on to everything else a little bit sooner. How many automated mines do we have sitting around left? Oh, 95! We have a lot! Which actually means we're going to mine out Earth pretty fast, but that's not a bad thing. We're still actually running a deficit of duranium. We're using duranium faster than we're collecting it, because we need quite a bit for these automated mines. We also need a lot of corundium. If I recall, yeah, we're starting to drain that. We're going to finish mining out corundium relatively soon, in 3 years. Actually, in 1.5 years, we're going to run out of bornite. Man, oh man. And we've got a good stockpile of that. We're not at risk of, like, you know, actually running out completely. We're just not mining any new sources. We definitely have to get more asteroids out there going. The Coates colony made some more stuff. Ah, we finished researching the gas-cooled reactor, which means we can now start on the ion drive. And then I think after that finishes, we can do the magneto drive, even without a new reactor technology. Kyle Nixon actually got a promotion, so she can run more labs. You know what? Even though I do want the new drives, absolutely, I'm going to have her take the new labs, or him, Kyle, take the new labs so that we can finish our improved research rate that much faster, which seems like a pretty good idea. Okay, finish the automated mines. We already have a lot. I suppose I could... No, just finish it. It's fine. Build a new PDC, because I think we're getting very close to needing more planetary defense. So yeah, go ahead, build a new PDC, and then start working on some more research labs. That's probably okay. Yeah, we need more research labs. Need more science. Science harder. Automated mines completed. We started the Kirkdeck Light. Okay. Let's go 30 days at a time. I don't think we've got that much going on right now. Research. Okay, the Kirkdeck Light finished, and the research labs have started. So now if we take a look, oh, should be on the summary tab. There we go. We have a 72 protection level. Okay, so we're going to be good for hopefully another good long while. The Mars is growing, or sorry, the Moon is growing very quickly. It actually has a pretty high annual growth rate just naturally, but we're also a lot of colonists are being ferried over there. So it's going to continue to grow and maybe be a thing. At a certain point, what I can do, where would that be? Here. Is I can ask that Luna's population be stabilized for a while, which I think we might do once its requested protection level gets near 72 again. We might just ask them to stabilize, so we won't have to worry about building a defensive unit, and then we'll encourage people to get shipped out to Mars instead. Moon is still losing 50% of its stability, of its just production and whatever over here because of the political stability. Because it's the manufacturing efficiency modifier and this one. I think they both come into play. We'll see. But I should queue up some terraforming now, otherwise I'll forget it. Yeah, after the research labs. Get me 5. That's a spaceport. Terraforming installation. We actually probably should get a spaceport on Earth too. But there we go. We're going to get 5 terraforming installations, and then we're going to ship them off to... I don't know whether it's going to be Mars or the Moon first. Not sure, actually. I mean, Mars is the one that keeps having... doesn't have enough space, which means terraforming would be better there. But no, we're going to want to send it anywhere that's got the best stability, because we need people to work those. Oh, we did finish another research lab, so let's go and start working on the ion drive technology some more. And another inactive one. Some more transferred over there. Kyle still got like a crappy... Oh! Hold on. I'm going to cancel this job. I'm still going to want it to do, but we got someone who's better. Research rate? Bethany over here, who can work more labs, but she's got a much higher bonus. And remember, this bonus is quadded 4 times for specialization. So she's going to research at twice the normal rate instead of just about 40% the normal rate. Or 40% faster than normal. There we go. Good. Wonderful. Sorry, Kyle, but someone better came along. And with that in mind, let's strip a couple labs away from Laura, throw them over to Bethany to finish that a little faster. I mean, having the higher science rate has got to be pretty good, right? Okay, Unrest is still falling and falling. Another inactive lab. Oh, the improved terraforming rate. Yeah, we're going to want more of that, but not quite yet. Let me go and throw another lab over here. Not making that much of a difference anymore just because of things. There you go. Whereas that will make her research twice as fast. I mean, ultimately, it sort of works out the same amount of research point difference, but there we go. Another inactive lab. Every time I do a 30-day jump, I think we get another lab. Which sounds about right, actually. It might be slightly more optimal if I went just 5 days at a time, but that sounds annoying. Actually, I could do the 30-day skips here. That might make things a lot more sane. There you go, another lab. Add. Oh, we didn't get one this time. Are we still making labs? Let's just do a 5-day jump here. It should time us out a lot nicer. And another one. There we go. Add a lab. Still that overcrowding problem on Mars. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and build some bonus infrastructure on Mars. Because right now, a lot of times it's not decreasing its unrest. You know what? Before we do the terraforming infrastructure, let's make, I think just like they need 200 to handle another 1 million people, I believe, currently on Mars. So let's take the research lab. Now, if I take the infrastructure and try to bring it up, I can't make it active. What I have to do is click on research lab, click down to add it to the queue again, and then I can move things above it. So we're going to do the infrastructure first, and then I'm going to get shipped over to Mars. Probably by civilians. I'll make a contract here. Let me just do 30-day chunks. When it's done, I'll set up the contract. That way I know it'll be okay. Oh, we completed the research rate. Nice. So, do I want to focus on more construction rate? More mining rate? Actually, the mining rate is probably the thing to do. Or do we want to rush out the ion production? I think I want to do this. I'm going to throw it. Wow, she can work a lot of labs these days. I'm going to throw everything into ion drive technology. And in fact, I'll probably get the next level drive technology once that finishes. Okay, infrastructure has begun. We didn't get very far then last time. Construction infrastructure finishes, and it's back to research labs. So now on Earth, what I will do is I will put out the civilian contract and say, hey, we have 200 infrastructure here as a supply, and Mars has a demand for 200 infrastructure. So some private freighters will bring that over. What's the defense requirements here? Okay, so Luna could probably grow to twice its size before it needs any more defense, which is nice. Let's do this. Freighters are shipping things out to Mars now. Good. And we shouldn't get overcrowding for too long. Oh, new freighters. Okay. From a private company. Nice to see. Research lab on Earth. You know what? Let's just get some more training here in different categories. I don't think we need quite that many labs. We're going to have someone from every category. We're going to need turret tracking speed for CIWS. to defend us from missiles. We have no one working biology and genetics. Let me pull a few more labs off of here. Biology and genetics, which isn't quite as important, but we are going to want that terraforming rate, and he's got a good bonus, so we'll have one lab there. And again, as long as they're working on something, they have an increased chance of getting a level up. Construction production, we don't have anything going on right now, and really, we will want the next level of mining technology. In fact, it's tempting to get a good number of labs there, but let's just put in one for now. Defensive systems, no one's working that. We've got alpha shields, let's get some beta shields. Teehee. Beta, however you want to say it. But beta allows me to make puns, so. Energy weapons, logistics, we don't have anything here. I don't know if there's anything we need. This eliminates some of the colonization cost. Even if it's not an ideal colony, it still removes the cost. It's very expensive to research, though. Actually, I'm going to pick up the construction brigade, because there's a chance we might need some at some point in the future, and it'll be nice to have that unlocked. I don't think we've got anyone working the missiles right now. Right? No, because it'd be MK, and I don't see MK. Oh, you can work on the Gauss weapons for our CIW for later. There we go. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to here. So, looks like Mars is not over its limit, and the freighters must have finished the job. Indeed, just barely enough infrastructure, and then it fell again, but that's okay. More civilian mining, that's all fine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the terraforming. We'll get there. Just nice to have our colonies stabilized and not be cranky anymore, you know? Basically, we have enough guns, well, we have enough missiles on Earth that we just threaten Mars and Venus and say, you guys behave or Mars and the Moon. You behave yourself or we'll just nuke you. I mean, come on. These people throwing up a fight. What's up with that? I'm going to add another lab over here. I do want those better construction rates. Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up shortly. Yeah, there we go. Active gravity sensors. We'll probably just get the next level of that. Sensors and fire control. Yeah, because this will, by having our active sensors be more powerful, it'll make it much easier to get those long-range scanners. Right now we need like size 50 sensors. We can shrink them down considerably by just improving this behavior, so that's pretty valuable for us. So let's get that back in. So Earth, okay, you're still working in the research labs. Yeah, we probably want to finish this before the terraforming, especially since right now people are still mostly cranky. Mars in particular. Moon's really coming along, though. So what we'll do, I suppose we'll put a cut in here. What I'll do is I'll fast forward through some more of this production, and next time we'll pick up when we've got, we just finished something. Or we just got a new lab, that's fine. We're going to pick up at the time when we're ready to start doing some terraforming. So thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time.